Welcome to the 76th edition of the Pro Wrestling Zone. I am Tiger Hate.
And I am Peanut Gallery.
I am still Majestic Champion of the world under the most BS technicality in the world.
Yes, because the match that we had a difference on was changed.
Yes. So, but before we get into that, let's go through some news.
Okay.
Kacy Catanzaro. We already talked about it, and I talked about it on my TikTok, which you should follow because you get to see my beautiful face and me bitching. But the backlash from her Twitter video from the controversy was so bad that she actually had to delete her Twitter. People, there is nothing wrong with what she did, once again. Anyway, Kairi Sane. Huge event going on for the Women of Stardom. Huge event for their event, right? Kairi Sane, a innovator, one of the key principal people in Stardom in their rise, did not get permission by WWE to work this show. This is the biggest show in company history, and for some reason, even though she's there and not on television full time, they would not allow her to work. What the fuck? Honestly. Lars Sullivan, he is officially training in boxing and is interested in joining a bare knuckle fighting promotion.
Okay.
No actual dates or times or who is going to sign him are there, but I think he's too old to be going into like WBC because he's like 32.
Right.
I don't know why he's not wrestling, but he's not. Heath is going to be undergoing hernia surgery on March 1st, so we will extend our, luck for him in his surgery.
Yes.
We watched that happen, and we knew that something was wrong immediately.
Yep. And
a hernia is a very scary injury.
Yes.
Very scary. I don't want to do the Andrade thing next, but let's talk about Natalya.
Okay.
So, WWE on Fox tweeted one of those, $5 for these people, like a team thing, right?
One of those tier systems.
Right. And the bottom rung was $1. And I think it had like Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Billie Kay, Natalya, and Tamina, right?
Right.
Natalya took the thing of saying that they are devaluing her monetarily and bitching that was their reason. Now, number one, I have a couple things. I have a lot of issues with this. Number one, that is not why it's stupid.
Right.
This is stupid because this is circa 2012 social media shit.
It's stupid. It's one of those. It's one of those things to just get it's interactions.
Right. They want engagement, and that's something for engagement.
Right.
The Fox promotion did delete that tweet because it did get a lot of backlash from a bunch of stupid snowflakes, including Natalya. And I'm going to say this. Well, number one, we've seen this.
I'm not going to attack the wrestlers. I'm going to attack WWE on Fox for doing.
I'm going to fucking attack Natalya because that's not the problem. The problem is that this thing was stupid. Not because they're devaluing her, because nobody is thinking that. Literally nobody on earth thinks that Natalya does not deserve the spot that she's in.
That's true.
Natalya, you put that on yourself.
Right.
They did not devalue you. They did not devalue.
They can never do something like this again.
Well, they shouldn't because it's stupid.
Right.
And clearly the snowflake generation is fucking here. I got angry because this is snowflake behavior.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
What you do, you put in the fucking work. And you get credited.
Right.
You are the person who has the most matches of any woman ever.
Right.
1,500 matches in the same company. You have done stupid storylines. You have won championships. You are their locker room leader.
Right.
What more credit do you need?
Right. Because quite frankly, you shouldn't care about what.
Like she just put so much unnecessary give a fuck on this stupid know nothing social media shit. It's stupid.
It is.
Whatever. Anyway, NJPW, because I will be talking about more of this later. NJPW has announced that Hiromu Takahashi is injured with a left shoulder injury.
Okay.
He is going to be off the tour for Castle Attack through the rest of the tour up until late February, which is where he is going to be defending the junior heavyweight champion against El Phantasmo. Okay. The match has not been rescheduled, so what I'm going to assume is that it's not that serious.
Right.
The same thing with, Tetsuya Naito, who, again, is injured with knee injuries.
Right.
But the match has not been changed. I don't know why, and I actually did a TikTok on this today about what is with LIJ being cursed right now.
I don't know.
Like 2 injuries in New Japan, which it rarely happens.
Right.
But during a big tour and with really big matches happening, this is super strange. Sammy Guevara. There was more
fun stuff with Sammy Guevara.
There was more development based on what he proposed to them and more details on what they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So I did find misinformation about his original storyline.
Okay.
He was not supposed to be in Decay.
Oh, he wasn't?
No. He was going to be like a surprise 6-man tag team opponent that I think was going to be happening this week.
Oh.
And he was supposed to be the surprise partner for the babyface's side. And with him leaving Inner Circle, he was going to work a couple of dates with Impact and keep the continuity with him not showing up on Impact. Clearly, that did not happen. Everybody is good as of right now. Impact Wrestling, they're not mad at Sammy anymore. His idea, which I think I don't particularly like the idea, but whatever. I think it would have been a really cool match though. He wanted to go into a program with TJP for the X Division champion, win the belt, and take it to Dynamite, and possibly even defend it there. That was his idea. Obviously, he is not in control of that situation, and the Impact officials did not enjoy the idea. They have every right to do that, and as an independent contractor, I can understand why, but at the same time, with such a new relationship, being somebody who's fully signed to AEW, this is something that you don't want to do. Now, if you were a true independent contractor, like what Matt Cardona is, you might be able to get away with something like this. But since you are in, fresh new partnership, there's a lot of working parts and pieces, and this could have put a lot of people's work in jeopardy, especially right now. Not a good time. But everything is good for the most part. And Impact Wrestling decided to not use him in any tapings, at least for this foreseeable future. So he went back to Florida. What's going to happen from here? I don't know. But that's just kind of an update. Speaking of updates, let's talk about this concussion lawsuit. Because there has been a very large development in this. More than 6 months after the lawsuit was dismissed, so this is the concussion lawsuit, in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, the group of former WWE wrestlers suing the company is appealing in the U.S. Supreme Court. So now this is going Supreme Court. The lead lawyer for the 5 former wrestlers claiming WWE did not protect them and their interests for repeated head injuries and concussions that could result in CTE and other physical and mental health ailments. The 5 plaintiffs are Billy Jack Haynes, or William Hayes, Russ McCall, I butchered that immensely, but whatever, Ryan Sakota, whatever, Luther Reigns, or Matthew Wise, and the wife of the late Viscera, or Nelson Frazier. Previously, more than 50 names were attached to the lawsuit, but with the dismissal, a lot of them tried to separate themselves. And actually, some of them are currently working in WWE now. So, what is going to be happening? A Connecticut court ruled in 2018 that it was frivolous and it was limited about what it is, and they couldn't have known, and WWE couldn't have known the concussions or head injuries caused CTE at the time. Obviously, we know now, And trust me, the situation for a lot of these names are much different than what they were back in the day.
Right.
So what are your thoughts about them redoing this or appealing this into the Supreme Court?
It's fine.
I think it's retarded.
They're within their rights to do it.
They are within their rights, but nothing is going to happen.
No.
Because, number one, a lot of these wrestlers are older. They did not know, and you cannot circumvent what happened.
Right.
And with the wife of Frazier, he did not die from concussions.
Right.
He was large, so he had heart attacks.
Right.
So why she's in here is because she wants fucking attention.
And she wants money.
Exactly. I think it will go nowhere once again, and it is what it is. They might even
settle it out of court. Who knows?
Right. I think WWE really is like, okay, this is stupid and frivolous.
Right.
I just, unless you can prove directly, like super directly, that
they have knowledge. That's the key. Is they didn't have any knowledge of
right.
this.
Or if your life was affected because of a mishap with WWE, current times given.
Right. Well, again, they didn't have knowledge. So
exactly.
Can we just drop this whole thing? Thank you.
No, of course not. They're going to continue to sue, and we're going to continue to cover it because it's news.
I hate this kind of news. It's boring.
It's boring, but it's important.
Well, can we talk about other things now?
I'm not sure what else there is.
Andrade?
Oh, yes.
God damn it.
There is rumors with a cryptic tweet that Andrade posted that he is going to be going back to NXT.
Okay.
With a pattern that we see from competitors like Finn Balor, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, that when they post something from their past, especially in NXT, they tend to show up.
Right.
And obviously Andrade's been off of TV for such a long time at this point that I wouldn't be surprised. I hope to God he does, because what else can he do on the main roster unless he's thrown into the main title picture, which we were saying for months, but whatever. But other than that, really, it's been sort of a slow news week.
Right.
This just kind of happens, but those were just some interesting stories. So when we come back, Peanut Gallery is going to do his Bible study.
Yes, on Ricky Banderas, otherwise known as many other names that we will get into.
Excellent.